Richard KNOWLER, Hamish BIDWELL, Rob Van Rooyen. Last updated 10:46, September 20, 2017. Patrick Tuipulotu will make his return to Test rugby after an underwhelming season for the Blues and Auckland. Opinion: there has been a bit to talk about around the rugby bonfire this week. Hamish BIDWELL, Richard KNOWLER and Rob Van Rooyen give their views on some hot topics. Point 1. The All Blacks thrashed the Springboks 570. Were they really that good, or were the Springboks terrible? The Springboks were awful. So awful that it's difficult to appraise what the All Blacks did. You can only beat who gets put in front of you, but that game said more about the state of the losers than the victors. The poor souls who created this banner were in for a disappointment in Albany last Saturday night. The All Blacks creamed the Springboks 570 at QBE Stadium. If the South African supporters see that footage of the Bok players and the All Blacks changing sheds smiling like gumboots, they might lose their appetite. A picture says 1,000 words and all that. The All Blacks played all right though, didn't they? A fair chunk of both. There's already been plenty of raving about the All Blacks, so let's take a swipe at the shambolic Springboks. The once feared South Africans have had a few shockers in recent years, but this was the first occasion there really wasn't one aspect of their game which functioned. Watching the rabble, which was their line-out, was one thing, but seeing their scrum repeatedly get shunted was eye-opening. Point 2. Rotation is suddenly cool, again. Sam Whitelock, Brodie Retallick, Liam Squire, Sam Cane, Beauden Barrett and Ryan Crotty have been told to sit out the test against the Pumas in Buenos Aires. Agree with it. Lima Sapoga will get more time in the number 10 jersey with Beauden Barrett left out of the squad to travel to Argentina and South Africa. I genuinely couldn't care less. Well, it is a gamble. Remember the loss to Ireland in Chicago? Lux, Retallick and Whitelock couldn't play that game because of injury and the line-out was a shambles. There's a lesson there somewhere. Sure. There's no better time to freshen them up than now. Most of those guys deserve a breather, particularly Whitelock, Retallick, and Cane. Barrett's omission finally means pivot Lima Sapoga will bag some quality minutes in this saddle. Point 3. Given his unexpected selection for the trip to Argentina, is it a good idea to suggest Patrick Tuipulotu should rush out and grab himself a lottery ticket while his luck is running so hot? Yep. There are other locks whose selection claims were more compelling. What cynic put these questions together? Some arms have been wrapped around him here, but he has done the job at test level before. Form was poor for the Blues, got dumped from the British and Irish Lions. Been okay for Auckland. Surely has already grabbed one. Heck, take a peek at his underwhelming form for Auckland in the Mid-10 Cup, and perhaps he should grab a couple. Let's hope the big lock's time management skills have improved so he can go about fulfilling his potential. Point 4. Wayne Smith is almost finished with the All Blacks. The curtain drops after the overseas games against Argentina and South Africa. Is it a good idea for New Zealand rugby to let him jump out of the All Blacks bubble? Of course. No one is indispensable or has a mortgage on ideas. Has had a 20-year crack at it and done exceptionally well. The game is better for his involvement and he'll always be held in the very highest esteem, but everyone's time comes. I won't bet against him answering a call to join the All Blacks for the 2019 World Cup. No doubt they dropped everything and tried to stop him when he revealed his plans. The All Blacks will be fine as long as replacement Scott McLeod has been hanging off each Smith's words while observing during the Rugby Championship. Point 5. Some crowds for Mid-10 Cup games have been so small they are almost embarrassing. Can this be reversed? That horse bolted years ago. As long as the comp keeps throwing up people such as Asafo Amua, the numbers in the stands are immaterial. What was once the golden goose is now something of a lame duck. It is sad, but the reality of a rugby schedule overloaded with games. No. The All Blacks couldn't even sell out their Bledisloe Cup test against Australia in Dunedin, and Super Rugby crowds aren't exactly getting any better. Enough said. Stuff.